In this guide, you'll learn how to use RunwayML to create a consistent character, allowing you to change the pose and the background of a subject by using just one reference photo. You can even do this with RunwayML's free plan. Many YouTube thumbnails look a bit boring, and this technique will make them look more interesting and eye-catching. I'll walk you through the process step by step, showing you tips and telling you how to write prompts that tell the AI how to style the image and change the pose. So when you're on this section, you need to upload the image. So here I've uploaded the image of myself, and I'm just going to put in a prompt. And in this case, I've just put a handsome man. I found that if you don't put handsome in front of it, it creates a very bad version of yourself. So I just put this in. The results are in, and as you can see, it's finely matched the prompt, so it hasn't changed any detail. It's just kind of recreated face using AI. So here where I put a handsome man, I think for women you can put a female model, and that will have the same kind of effect as I use the same prompt, a handsome man. And also I recommend for females, if you want to look a bit younger, you can actually put the age. So you can put, for example, a 30-year-old female model, and that should have a quite good effect. Or you can just put, if you're a bit younger, then you can change that down to 20s, and it will make you not look too old. Because sometimes I think with RunwayML, it makes people look a bit older than they are. So now let's try something a bit more fun. So here we have some results, and yep, you've got your first YouTube thumbnail if you want to have two girls hugging you. It's pretty good. Let's have a look at the results. This one's okay. Our hands are a bit weird, so you just have to do a few generations and then you'll be able to find something that really suits. So this one's pretty good. Yeah, girls' hands look good. And here, this one looks like they're just whispering into my ears. And then, and here, this is great. I think one thing about RunwayML is it really gets the lighting in the correct way. You can try other things like chatgpt. It always changes the lighting or makes it very bad quality. When looking at this photo, you can see that it's brought in elements of the lighting background. So it might be good to try and remove the background. We can do that in Photoshop. And then we can bring in a transparent PNG to see if that fixes it. So one thing to note on this photo is that it's actually changed my t-shirt into a button top. So let's try it with a prompt that's going to fix that issue. So here you can see that when I added the prompt of a black t-shirt, it's got the t-shirt looking a lot better. So here I'm in Photoshop, and all I need to do is remove background. There we go, we've got me without the background, and then we go to File, Export PNG. So let's try the same prompt, but this time I've uploaded my transparent PNG with no background. So here it's come up with some results. I think some of these people look a bit young. I wouldn't really be happy posting this as a thumbnail photo. So I think we need to adjust the prompt to make them a bit older. So two pretty 30-year-old girls models, and let's generate that. So I've changed the prompt here, and I've included two pretty 30-year-old models hug him. I think I did quite like the previous ones that had a bit more texture on the skin. Some of these look a bit plastic, but this one here, I think that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. We can basically now style that image from just one photo into pretty much anything you like. So let's get a bit more crazy, shall we? So here I've adjusted the prompt, a handsome man in a black t-shirt. He is fighting a tiger in the jungle. So here are the results. Color to my glasses, which isn't there, but I think you could probably fix that later on in Photoshop. But already this is like crazy thumbnail you could just add some text onto. So let's try another prompt. So here, a handsome man in a black t-shirt. He is surfing on a wave. So the results are in, and I think this is pretty amazing. It's got my t-shirt, it's got my hat and my glasses. It's been a hot day in London today, and it's even guessed that I've got shorts on. I just have no idea how I did that. I guess it was just because it's surfing, but that's a bit unnerving. So here I've changed the prompt to a handsome man in a black t-shirt. He is running away from some fans. So the results are in, and as you can see, it's got me turn my hat backwards, and I'm running away from some fans. You can use tools, which I'll show in some later videos, to actually fix all this detail so that it looks perfect. So let's try one more. A handsome man in a black t-shirt. He has a snake wrapped around his body. So the results are in for this, and I think this is amazing. Like, look at the snake. Obviously we might have to disregard some images where the snake doesn't look so real, but look at this one, for example. Like, I just love this one. This looks pretty real. And again, as I mentioned, you can put this into post-production and you can make the quality even better. I like how he has his head an angle on this one. The hat's backwards. That's great. The results are in, and again, it's amazing. So it's created me screaming at my identical clone. I think in Photoshop this would take you hours to do, and in other platforms as well. So here we have one more, and this is kind of, it's quite creative. So a handsome man in a black t-shirt, he's doing a model photo shoot, and you can see it's kind of lighting behind, and this one's quite cool. It's got like a dynamic pose, and here it's kind of created a cutout effect. Again, your t-shirt's a bit strange. Maybe you can like that in Photoshop, or you can just keep regenerating until you get the right photo. Results are in, and again, they're pretty much brilliant. I think, for a YouTube thumbnail, sometimes they're quite small. So even if the quality is not amazing when you zoom in, I think for a YouTube thumbnail, it's pretty good. And there are ways that you can upscale the image, maybe with Topaz, or you can use something like Clarity Upscaler. So you're probably wondering how to get to RunwayML, and it's just here, runwayml.com. We can have a look at the pricing and see that for a free plan, you get 125 credits, one-time use, and you can actually do the generative image Gen 4. So you can test what I've been doing today using the free plan, which is great news. And they have varying different options. I'll be sharing some more tutorials on how to do different techniques using RunwayML and also other services. If you like this video, then please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.